Welcome back, everybody. The markets are reacting very positively to Donald Trump's return to the White House. The Dow up more than 1,000 points already this morning. I'm looking at, almost up 1,300 to be exact.
Well, some stocks are seeing an immediate surge, including Tesla, Trump Media, banking companies like JP Morgan, and Bitcoin. Remember, Trump went to that conference of Bitcoin. These investments will be beneficiaries during a Trump administration. Joining us now, Rob Wilson, financial advisor and also the founder of Wilson Insights. Good morning to you. Let's talk about the numbers here. Trump's victory right now, good for investors. Why are we seeing this surge?
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of really exuberance in the market now because the market and investors feel like they have a much more pro-business and business-friendly president and ultimately administration that's going to be in power. And so you're going to see people like Lena Khan, who was blocking a lot of mergers and acquisitions and going after big companies with regards to their monopoly power. I can probably assure you, won't be in office come this January. And so investors are really excited about maybe a lot of companies being able to be unleashed with their capital, a lot of more merger and acquisition activity, less regulation, which should, at least for the short term, be very good for a lot of companies.
It's amazing how that little chart can go way up or way down based on the mood of the Wall Street crowd, because the things that may happen, it's remarkable for the half the country that's invested in the stock market, the other half, of course, not. Let me ask you this, though. On the flip side of things, on a business level, tariffs is a big thing. So it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary, at one point, is what Trump said. What would the impact of his tariff plan be, do you think?
Well, if his tariff plan actually goes into effect, it could have a significant impact on the markets. And I'm not sure the exuberance we're seeing today has been fully gamed out in terms of what the tariffs could mean. They would certainly be inflationary to the United States economy. And you have to look no further than what his own, primary supporter, Elon Musk, had to say, is that if a lot of these policies go into place, we may see some economic and have to brace for some economic hardship in the short term. And so, it remains to be seen if a lot of the bluster that was given on the campaign trail is actually going to come true. If we do see a Republican sweep where they have the White House, the Senate, and the House, makes it more likely that a lot of these policies could go into place. And I do think that you'll start to see the market really start to price that out in the next few days and weeks. But right now, there is definitely a lot of excitement.
And on top of that, there was a study recently that found that Trump would add twice as much to the national debt as Vice President Harris would had she won the election. His promise to extend tax cuts, these tariffs, the experts that I've spoken to, the business community, they pass those along to the consumer. I guess in the short term, we could see this surge in the stock market, but a year down the road, what does inflation look like? What does the economy look like?
Yeah, there are parts of the market that are actually concerned about that now. So if you look at the other big market, the bond market, you actually see rates going up. And that's because they're trying to think about maybe inflation, maybe increased by some of these policies. And also, at some point, we absolutely have to worry about the debt. It's unsustainable. At some point, one of these leaders is going to have to bite the bullet and actually do something about it. And so if you continue to just add to the debt, that could potentially lower the country's credit rating. And so that's why you see those rates going up. So there are parts of the market, there are some investors who are experiencing a little bit of fear about that. And we are seeing that affect the bonds. So it's not that everyone is totally ignoring it. At some point, that chicken's going to come home to roost as well.
And I've heard that for all 46 years of my life as it continues to get better, because people only seem to care about the debt and the deficit when the other party's in control. But that's venturing into politics, sir. A lot to get to, but we're out of time for now. Rob Wilson, financial advisor and founder of Wilson Insights. Appreciate your time, and thank you.
Thank you, guys.